So here are some ways you can challenge yourself as a producer and get better. Let's talk about them. What's up, people? This is Clint on behalf of Airbit, and today I want to talk about some ways you can challenge yourself as a producer and get better, improve your skill. Sometimes it can be easy for us to kind of get caught into a routine and just keep doing the same thing over and over and over. And then eventually you end up getting comfortable. And then when you're comfortable, it usually means you're not growing and you're remaining stagnant. So it's time to get a little bit uncomfortable. And I'm going to give you some tips to help push you into an uncomfortable zone. So the first one I have for you is learn how to play a new song, a favorite song, maybe a popular song. What I find in being a musician, a lot of times I would have to learn a lot of new songs, a lot of new music to play, whether it was for church or a group or a concert or whatever. I would have to learn new music and new songs. So I would sit down, listen to a song, and then I would have to learn the chords and, you know, the changes and all of that stuff for this song so that I could effectively play it live and make it sound good. But what I found in that process of learning how to play a new song was that I would learn new ways to play certain chords or progressions and things like that. And what I would do is take pieces of what I've learned from learning a new song, and then I could apply that to a new beat. Another tip, if you're a producer and you're looking to get into composition, composing music for TV and film, you could take a video clip of something that's already been done, mute the audio, and then compose your own audio to it, your own music to it. You can do the same for video games. If you're looking to do sound design for video games, you can take video game clips from YouTube and then add your own sound effects, you know, whether that's, you know, walking or sound effects, explosions, and just different sounds that you can recreate on your own as a sound designer to improve your skills and also build a demo reel. So when you do reach out for opportunities to do things like this, you'll have some type of example of work that you've done. This is a great way to get practice in and to get your skills up for composing music for TV, film, or video games. Another way you can challenge yourself as a producer is start from a different place. For example, if you normally start with drums, the beat is the first thing you always do when you sit down and make a beat. Try starting with keys instead, a melody, maybe start with a bass. Just start with a different approach and see what happens. That way you're not locked in the box to feel like you have to start every track this specific way. So you give yourself more flexibility, you know, you give yourself options. If you're in a situation where, you know, say you're used to using a drum machine and you always start with the drum machine. If you're in a situation and you're in a studio and they don't have a drum machine, you have to figure out a way to still be able to create. So maybe you can start from a different place or learn how to program drums in a different way. So that way you're flexible as a producer and you're not missing out on opportunities because you ain't got all your favorite gear. You really want to challenge yourself? Then try this. Try producing in a genre that you normally would not produce in. Binge on a bunch of tracks in that style and then try and recreate that vibe yourself, but add your own touch to it as well. Now, this tip is going to help you ultra boost your productivity, and that is restrict your time. Restrict the time that you have to produce. What do you mean, Clint? This is what I mean. If you normally have, say, 5 hours to sit and work on music during the day, during the night, during the weekend, whenever you work on music, if you normally have 5 hours, try and restrict that down to 2 hours or even less if you want to. See what you can create in those 2 hours. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a clock, a timer or something on your phone and set it for that specific time that you're gonna go for, and set it and push go. As soon as you push go, I want you to create until that timer goes off. Don't do anything else and just focus on knocking out as much as you possibly can before that timer goes off. This is going to cause you to be hyper focused because you know you only have a certain amount of time before that timer goes off, and you know you have to get this stuff done because time's up. I also recommend using this for each task in your music production business. So, you know, if there's emails and marketing things that you have to do and take care of, set a timer for that each day. If you have a block where you just want to dedicate to social media or dedicate to learning on the Airbit channel and getting all the dope information that we drop here every week, then set a timer for that. So you know during this time, this is what I'm doing, and then I'll move on to the next thing once this time is up. This is gonna highly boost your productivity in the studio. Another way you can challenge yourself as a producer is by learning an instrument that you don't already know how to play. This is gonna give you a different perspective when you're producing music. It's gonna allow you to get ideas out in a new creative way. So try and learn an instrument. And the final tip I want to leave you with is try recreating and reproducing a song that's already out there, a song that's already on the Billboard charts. What this will do is it'll allow you to understand exactly what's being done during the production of this song. So if you're listening and you're noticing certain sounds are panned left, certain sounds are panned right, certain sounds are right in the middle of the mix, what sounds have more reverb on them, what sounds sound more up front, what are they doing with the vocals? Try and recreate this whole vibe, and what you'll learn is different ways to approach music, different techniques to mix your music, and see if you can really compete and get your music to the level of what's already out there and what's popular. See if you can find similar sounds to the sounds that were used in that song. That's gonna help sharpen your ear when it comes to sound selection and things like that. And I know even working in TV and film, you know, they send us briefs of popular songs all the time, and they want us to recreate those vibes. And a lot of recreating vibes includes using similar sounds. You know, you wouldn't use the same sound in a 70s pop song as you would in, you know, a current trap song, right? So being able to dissect a song with your ears and recreate it and reproduce it after deconstructing it can be super, super beneficial to you as a producer and help challenge you as a producer as well. So that's all the tips I have for you today. Hopefully they were helpful. Listen, we post videos here every week to help you on your music production journey. So make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a single video from us. Also, be sure to join the Airbit Discord community. We'll leave a link to that below. That's all I have for you today. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.